Hi folks, and welcome to Truck King. Sitting next to me is the Ford F-150 Lightning, and there's a bunch of reasons why this truck will not be good off-road. But hey, it's still a pickup truck and it costs over $100,000. There's an expectation that this vehicle will be better when the pavement ends than, say, a crossover or a minivan, and that's exactly what I want to put to the test right now. Let's start by talking about why the F-150 Lightning will not be good off-road, and frankly the numbers here just aren't great. This truck gets 8.4 inches of ground clearance, a 24.4 degree approach angle, and just over 23 degrees of departure. So the clearances here just aren't great, and a lot of that has to do with the battery pack down there and the electric motors. The battery pack is sandwiched between the frame rails, but it still sits down a little lower, and then it is fully enclosed underneath this truck with a whole bunch of skid plates. Those bring the clearance down too. And then out back, there's no axle there. That's fully independent suspension, but in the center you have a differential and an electric motor all sandwiched into one, and that thing hangs down quite low as well. So yeah, the clearances aren't great. However, now we also have to look at the tires. This is a set of General Grabber HT5s. Not an all-terrain tire, certainly not what you'd think of as an off-road tire, but you can see here from a close-up shot, the siping, the groove pattern, this is a little bit more aggressive than what you would find sort of on your standard vehicles. And actually, a lot of electric vehicles get low rolling resistance tires. That is not these. So I am kind of excited and really curious to see how the tires hold up out there in the mud. First obstacle, the ditch crossing. First of all, we are going to put it in off-road mode, and we are going to lock the differential. We're going to go in fully prepared. And let's also turn the parking sensors off right now, shall we? There we go. And let's see what happens. I mentioned off the top, the clearance is not great. So we're going to do kind of the easiest part of the ditch where it's been worn down by a bunch of other trucks. And we'll see if that front air dam and the front end rubs at all. Am I sitting on the running board?
Can't tell for the grass.
Okay.
At least the nose is clearing.
Yeah.
Kinda. And you're now digging into the bank.
How hard?
I can't tell. Go forward a little more. Yeah, if it starts to lift now, maybe it'll be okay.
I can feel it starting to struggle now, though.
Sorry, I think you're gonna damage
nose.
the front end.
Yeah, the nose clearance just is not there, folks.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could try is turning towards you to bring up the driver's side tire first.
Yeah, that's no bueno. I think you should try to get out.
Yeah, the truck wants to do it, but yeah, no. Clearance is not
Try to
there.
get out. Those tires are slick.
Even backing out is not going to be ideal. Let's see what happens. It's climbing.
Straighten your wheels. Okay, right there.
I'm going to close my windows too so I don't get mud inside. Whew, well,
you made a mess.
Ditch 1, Lightning 0. The clearance wasn't there, and then when I did need the grip out of the tires to sort of push through that front fascia, that wasn't happening either. So, no bueno. Let's go over to the ruts and see what happens there. So now we're going to go over to the offset ruts, and the idea here is to test the locker and to test the all-wheel drive system, because what's going to happen is two wheels, the front passenger and the rear driver, or vice versa, they'll become light at the exact same time. So that means the vehicle has to be able to distribute the power to the wheels that need it. So I'm actually going to turn the locker off and just see if the Ford can deal with these ruts with the all-wheel drive. And I do apologize for the long grass. I have been hogging our family's tractor at my house because I just put in a new pool and I needed it. So we haven't cut the grass in about a month, and man, it only takes about a month for it to grow like crazy. So apologies. But the testing won't change just because the grass is long. Oh man. It's already trying to struggle a little bit, and I feel like my belly's dragging already. Okay, but it did just sort the power out there. Okay, now let's see what it does. Sorting it, listen. Nice! All right, well, it took a moment, but it figured it out. It took a lot of slippage. I don't know if it'll figure this one out, though. Okay, so you know what? Just for argument's sake now, let's show you the difference. Turning on the rear locker, now let's see if it can just walk right through. Yeah, rear locker, baby. So kudos to Ford. That is a real locking differential in the back end, and it makes a massive difference in a situation like that. The truck was using the traction control to send the power where it was needed, but it was taking a while. It had to do a lot of thinking and a lot of slipping to figure out where to get that power. So I guess kudos to the Lightning. I think it probably would have made it through without the locker, but this was a truck where it really felt like turning that locker on made that big of a difference. And the other difference, of course, is tires. Usually when we run through here, we have really aggressive all-terrain tires, and those are able to pull you through a little bit more, and here on the Lightning that was not the case. Next, we're going to head over to what we call Wall Street. It's one of our easier trails. We usually take crossovers there, stuff like that. But the honest truth is that based on what I just felt, the Lightning here, it's not ready for the hydro line. It's not ready for the left hook. The tires will let it down and the clearance will let it down. But if by now you're asking yourself, well, why did you make this video? You knew it wouldn't be good. You're correct. However, this is a pickup truck, and I think with a pickup truck, there is always going to be the expectation that off-road, this vehicle performs better than, again, say a crossover or even a large SUV. It's a truck, man, and that ruggedness of a truck has to be there. So that's why I wanted to do what we're doing with the Lightning today, just to see if, hey, I know it's not an off-roader. If you really want to go serious off-roading, buy a Raptor, right? But I wanted to see if the Lightning could get into that rough road to a job site, or if I had to come back here and do some logging, would I be able to take the truck off-road and feel confident about it? And that's why we're doing this test. And down Wall Street we go. We call it Wall Street because just to the right of me here is this long rock wall that was actually put here by the pioneers on our property over 100 years ago. Pretty incredible. So here we are. I guess the other point I want to make right now as I kill this mosquito up here is that the suspension is pretty nice here. It's independent rear, and I'm bouncing along on this trail and it's eating it up fairly well. I really don't feel like it's over stiff, and the lack of leaf springs in the rear adds a little bit of off-road driving comfort. So the independent suspension is doing its job. And over there in the ruts, it had enough articulation to get me through. So it's not as though, again, I really felt like I was missing having a solid axle. And so far here on Wall Street, I'm bouncing along. Oh, bit of slip there, bit of slip there. But it's not bad. The clearance has been just enough. Now comes the big monster rocks. And let's see what happens here. My driver's side tire is going to climb that rock. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Still clearing. 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 And now the rear driver's on it. Bit of slip, and I'm off. Oh. Boom. Nice. So again, a bit of slip for sure, but the truck dealt with it rather quickly. And I am in off-road driving mode, so I do think it's allowing actually almost a little more wheel spin, because when you're off-road, in those situations, sometimes you do want the wheels just to chug along. So it's letting the wheels spin a little bit more for sure, but yeah, the brain is doing a pretty decent job figuring out what to do. And I should also throw in here now, another thing that we did with the Lightning, we had it in January and we ran it in some fairly deep snow. I'd say about 12 inches, roughly a foot, maybe a little bit more. I mean, there was snow banks and stuff. And that was the first time that Dad and I were really impressed by the Lightning off-road, because in the snow, it has this really rooted feeling because A, it's quite heavy, and B, unlike traditional pickup trucks, this has nearly a 50-50 weight distribution. So we're used to trucks with a heavy nose and a light back end, which is not the best combination in the snow. That's also frankly why four-wheel drive in the snow in the big trucks is really important, or else you just do circles. So the Lightning, with its full-time all-wheel drive, it's always sending power to all four wheels. And then combine that with, like I said, that low center of gravity, the heavy weight, the weight distribution, this thing was chugging through the snow like a champion. One issue we did find with the snow, I'll also point out, you can see it here, the skid plates acted like shovels and ended up shoveling a bunch of snow up into the an undercarriage and under the body of the truck. Oh, running over a log here, and I cleared it, nice. So yeah, that wasn't ideal, but driving in the snow was quite good with the Lightning. And now, folks, Wall Street's done, but I've been feeling good, getting a little more confident. We're taking on just a little section of the hydro line, and let's see. Into the mud, into the mud, into the water. Oh, belly dragging, belly dragging, belly dragging. Ah! Oh man, well, Lightning, it wants to be a good off-road truck. All the ingredients are there except for clearance. We have these ruts worn into the Hydroline trail, and I was just dragging the belly the whole way there. Now, kudos to Ford. They really put a lot of skid plates under there, but it's just not there, man. The clearance isn't there. And now, thanks to our handy-dandy truck ramp, we'll do a little after-action report. First of all, you can see our tow hooks got a little bit muddy. It's nice to have tow hooks up there, but yeah, again, the clearance wasn't there, so when we crossed the ditch, those tow hooks just picked up a bunch of mud. So the thing I like about the F-150 Lightning, it's totally sealed up down here, nice and tight, and these are all steel skid plates. That's my magnet test right there. Every single one of them, all the way along, is steel. And that's nice. I think that just shows how important Ford thinks it is to make sure this battery stays sealed up and protected. But here's one issue with all these skid plates. There's a lot of edges and ledges, and they end up scooping stuff up. So in the wintertime, these were scooping up snow, and today they were scooping up mud and salad out of the swamp. So that's sort of the one bad thing about all these different edges. It'd be nice if this was one smooth skid plate all the way along, so we didn't end up with spots like this picking up mud. Well, folks, we have come to the end of this one, and I think the verdict is clear. The powertrain and everything that's going on with the 4x4 system here on the Lightning is quite good, but it is let down by the clearance. And I think part of that is because Ford was sort of stuck with the packaging. They took an existing F-150 and they electrified it, and that resulted in not so great clearance. Well, the good news is that in 2025, Ford is going to come out with a brand new all-electric pickup, and that thing is a clean sheet design from the ground up. So right now, somewhere in Dearborn, there's an engineer out there who's watching this and saying, we need more ground clearance, and I bet when we get that new electric truck from Ford, it will have a lot better clearance and be much better off-road. But for now, the Lightning we have today, I would say is a little bit better than, say, a crossover or an SUV, but I would not call it an off-roader. So folks, that's it for this one. Now, of course, I need to hear from you. So please go into the comments. Let me know what you think of this F-150 Lightning. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member, and then come right back here to Truck King to see what we're testing next. See you.